So these are the next two projects. These are the main projects that I wanted to show you, I wanted to focus on. These are the ones that I had posted on my blog. So this one here, what inspired me to make a sympathy card was my dog groomer knows that I make cards, and she actually asked me to make a few pet sympathy cards because she sends them out to her clients. So here is a cat sympathy card. But today what we're going to do is we're going to make it into a birthday card. So, but isn't it pretty for a sympathy card? It's quite nice. And I'm using the stamp set Better Together, which has great sentiments and a few little cute little elements that go along with the sentiments. So this one here, with sympathy, may your sorrow be eased by wonderful memories. And coincidentally, my girlfriend has an 18-year-old cat who's going through some hard times too. So I want to say hi to Madrine, and my thoughts are with you. And let's make this card. So I made this on crumb cake. So I have a piece of crumb cake that I scored at 4 1/4, and I will have all of these measurements on my blog. I have project sheets there, so when you go to the blog after the webcast, you just click on whichever one you want, or if you want both, it'll take you right to a nice little printout. It'll have a picture of the card, all of the sizes, and all of the supplies that I used, and there'll be clickable links, so it's real easy. So then what I did was punched out a white cat. Now see, you might not think that it would fit on that little skinny piece of paper, but it does. So there you go, a white cat. Then I have a piece of Berry Burst, and I'm using the little flower stamp. And I stamped right on Berry Burst. And I'm also using the leaf punch. And I am going, you could use a scrap. This is olive green, and this is going to be my matte piece, but I am going to use the center of this piece for my leaves because it's not going to show when I'm all done. That way I don't waste anything. Okay, so then I have to fussy cut this little flower. And I'm not going to use the leaves that are on the flower since we are using the leaf punch. Okay, so we've got that, all of our pieces. And I'm going to bring in the Happy Birthday stamp from this Better Together set. So instead of using With Sympathy, I'm using Happy Birthday. So I got a piece right here. And I'm going to punch or stamp that in Berry Burst. Normally when I stamp something like this on a scrap, I stamp it and then I cut it down to the size that I want. But I pre-cut this so I wouldn't have to bring in my cutting, my cutting board and take up all this space. So I lucked out and I got it right in the center there. So yay, that's good. So now I'm going to have I have all these pieces, but I'm going to put them off to the side because I have one more thing I need to do with the Big Shot. So let me bring in the Big Shot. And if you can see, this is embossed right down the center there. So bring in the Big Shot. And I'm using the one of the petal pair embossing folders. And when you emboss, if you want to make sure that the Stampin' Up image is facing up. That is the right side. For this one, it's not going to matter too much, but I do want it angled that way. So I am going to all I did was angle this. I put the point of the card up in the middle of that and down at the bottom. And I centered it like that. So when I get done, I'll show you what it looks like. Make sure it's still where I want it. Let me show you what that looks like. There you go. So instead of using my embossing folder right down the center, you know, vertically or horizontally, I did it on an angle, and I think that looks kind of cool. So let's bring in our pieces and put it together. So I'm going to take the matte piece, and again, those punched out leaves aren't going to matter. You're not going to see it. Okay, and this piece here, I am going to put a piece of ribbon around that. So I'm using the burlap ribbon, and I just want it to be near the bottom, like this. And so all I did was figure out how long I need it, and then I taped it on the back. So you want it near the bottom, maybe about a ½ inch up, and then I'm just going to tape it. It's the easiest way. It'll stay for a long time. Keeps it tight. And then I'm going to nail this onto that card base, onto the mat. So there we go. If this is still a little loose, you can put a glue dot underneath there. So I'll show you what that is. Again, I'll take my paper snips, just put it right underneath there. And then I'm going to bring in my kitty cat, and I'm going to bring in my dimensions. Put 2 on the back of him. I'm going to put our leaves there and our flower. So I actually popped my flower up first with 1 dimension. Kind of put it wherever I wanted it. And then I took a glue dot and put it on the back of a couple of the leaves. You could snail it too if you'd like. And I positioned it right underneath that flower. And just pushed it down. Did the same thing on the other leaf. So I just love punches because it really makes it so easy to put together a card. It seems so fast. Okay, and then on this one I'm going to bring in the happy birthday. I think I'll lift this up, snail this a little bit. Put this here. Put this here. There you go. Happy birthday. What do you think? I like it. We want to finish the inside real quick. We can pick one of these sentiments from the same set, Better Together. And I'll pick Wishing You Happiness on Your Special Day. Put it on my block. We're using Berry Burst. And we'll snail the back of this, put it on the matte piece, and we have a birthday card. So this stamp set has Christmas sentiments, anniversary sentiments, wedding sentiments, birthday, what else? Just a Note, which we're going to use in a little bit, and Hello, Let's Talk Soon. So it's got a lot of options for you there. Let's snail this on the inside. There you go. Pretty, 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 kitty, kitty. Okay, enough.